So, how was your day? Oh, very good, very good, very good, very good. Well, now you are here with me, so everything is going to be amazing, 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 amazing. So, before going to bed, I want to continue a book that we already started together. Yes, I'm quite sure you saw it. And you saw the video. And it's about this book, 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of Grey. And we are at chapter 2, so the previous video, actually the first video of this channel, I read the chapter 2. So if you haven't watched it yet, go before listen to the second chapter. Instead, if you already saw it, well, just continue this video with me. So, shall we start? Yes. Chapter 2. My heart is pounding. The elevator arrives on the first floor and I scramble out as soon as the doors slide open, stumbling once, but fortunately not sprawling onto the immaculate sandstone floor. I race for the wide glass doors, and suddenly I'm free in the bracing, cleansing, damp air of Seattle. Raising my face, I welcome the cool, refreshing rain. I close my eyes and take a deep, purifying breath, trying to recover what's left of my equilibrium. No man has ever affected me this way Christian Grey has. The way Christian Grey has, and I cannot fathom why. Is it his looks, his civility, wealth, power? I don't understand my irrational reaction. I breathe an enormous sigh of relief. What in heaven's name was that all about? Leaning against one of the steel pillars of the building, I valiantly attempt to calm down and gather my thoughts. I shake my head. What was that? My heart steadies to its regular rhythm, and when I can breathe normally again, I head for the car. As I leave the city limits behind, I begin to feel foolish and embarrassed as I replay the interview in my mind. Surely, I'm overreacting to something that's imaginary. Okay, so he is very attractive, confident, commanding, at ease with himself. But on the flip side, he's arrogant, and for all his impeccable manners, is autocratic and cold. Well, on the surface, an involuntary shiver runs down my spine. He might be arrogant, but then he has a right to be. He has accomplished so many things, accomplished so much at such a young age. He doesn't suffer fools gladly, but why should he? Again, I'm irritated that Kate didn't give me a brief biography. While cruising toward Interstate 5, my mind continues to wander. I'm truly perplexed as to what makes someone so driven and so to success Some of his answers were so cryptic, as if he had a hidden agenda. And Kate's questions, the adoption and asking him if he was gay. I shudder. I can't believe I said that. Ground to swallow me up now. Every time I think of that question in the future, I will cringe with embarrassment. Damn Catherine Kavanagh. I check the speedometer. I'm driving more cautiously than I would on any other occasion, and I know it's the memory of those penetrating grey eyes gazing at me and a stern voice telling me to drive carefully. Shaking my head, I realize that Grace more like a man twice his age. Forget it, Anna, I scold myself. I decided that, all in all, it's been a very interesting experience, but I shouldn't dwell on it. Put it behind you. I never have to see him again. I'm immediately cheered by the thought. I switch on the stereo and turn the volume up loud. Sit back and listen to thumping indie rock music as I press down on the accelerator. As I hit Interstate 5, I realize I can drive as fast as I want. We live in a small community of duplex apartments close to Vancouver campus of WSU. I'm lucky. Kate's parents bought the place for her and I pay peanuts for rent. It's been home for 4 years now. As I pull up outside, I know Kate is going to want a blue-by-blue account, and she's tenacious. Well, at least she has the digital recorder. I hope I won't have to elaborate much beyond what was said during the interview. Hannah, you are back. Kate sits in our living area, surrounded by books. Oh, see. For 1 second I lost the line. Anna, you're back. Kate sits in our living area, surrounded by books. She clearly been studying for finals. She's still in her pink flannel pajamas, decorated with cute little rabbits. The ones she reserved for the aftermath of breaking up with boyfriends, for assorted illness, and for general moody depression. She bounds up to me and hugs me hard. I was beginning to worry. I expected you back sooner. Oh, I thought I made good time considering the interview ran over. I waved the digital recorder to her. Anna, thank you so much for doing this. I own you. I know. How was it? What was he like? Oh no, here we go. The Catherine Kavanagh Inquisition. I struggle to answer her question. What can I say? I'm glad it's over and I don't have to see him again. He was rather intimidating, you know. I shrug. He's very focused, intense even, and young, really young. Kate gazed innocently at me. I frown. Don't you look so innocent? Why didn't you give me a biography? He made me feel like such an idiot for skimping on basic research. Kate clamps a hand to her mouth. Jeez, Anna, I'm sorry, I didn't think. I have. Mostly he was courteous, formal, slightly stuffy, like he's old before his time. He doesn't talk like a man of 20-something. How old is he, anyway? 27. Jeez, Anne, I'm sorry. I should have briefed you, but I was in such a panic. Let me have the recording and I'll start transcribing the interview. You look better. Did you eat your soup? I asked, keen to change the subject. Yes, and it was delicious as usual. I'm feeling much better. She smiled at me in gratitude. I checked my watch. I have to run. I can still make my shift at Clayton's. Anna, you will be exhausted. I'll be fine. I'll see you later. I work at Clayton's since I started at WSU. It's the largest independent hardware store in the Portland area, and over the 4 years I work here, I've come to know a little bit about almost everything we sell. Although, ironically, I'm crap at any DIY. I leave all that to my dad. I'm glad I can make my shift as it gives me something to focus on that isn't Christian Grey. We are busy. It's the start of the... I need to flip the page. It's the start of the summer season, and folks are redecorating their homes. Mrs. Clayton looks relieved to see me. Hannah, I thought you weren't going to make it today. My appointment didn't take as long as I thought. I can do a couple of hours. I'm real pleased to see you. She sent me to the storeroom to start restocking shelves, and I'm soon absorbed in the task. When I arrive home later, Catherine is wearing headphones and working on her laptop. Her nose is still pink, but she has her teeth into a story, so she's concentrating and typing furiously. I'm thoroughly, this word is difficult, help me. Drained, exhausted by the long drive, by the grueling interview, and by being swamped at Clayton's. I slump on the couch thinking about the essay I have to finish and all the studying I haven't done today because I was holed up with him. You have got some good stuff here, Anna. Well done. I can't believe you didn't take him up on his offer to show you around. He obviously wanted to spend more time with you. She gives me a fleeting, quizzical look. I flush and my heart rate inexplicably increases. That wasn't the reason, surely. He just wanted to show me around so I could see that he was lord of all he surveyed. I realize I'm biting my lip, and I hope Kate doesn't notice. But she seems absorbed in her in her transcription. I hear what you mean about formal. Did you take any notes? She asked. No, I didn't. That's fine, I can still make a fun article with this. Shame we don't have some original stills. Good-looking son of a bitch, isn't he? I suppose so. I try hard to sound disinterested, and I think I succeed. Oh, come on, Anna. Even you can't be immune to his looks. She arches a perfect eyebrow at me. Crap, I feel my cheeks heating, so I distracted her with flattery, always a good ploy. You probably would have got a lot more out of him. I doubt that, Anna. Come on, he practically offered you a job. Given that I foisted this on you the last time, you did very well. She glanced up at me speculatively. I make a hasty retreat into the kitchen. So what did you really think of him? Damn, she's inquisitive. Why can't she just let it go? Think of something quick. He's very driven, controlling, arrogant, scary, but very charismatic. I can understand the fascination. I had thoughtfully, hoping that this will shut her up once and for all. You fascinated by a man? That's a first. She snorted. I start gathering the makings of a sandwich so she can't see my face. Why did you want to know if he was gay? Incidentally, that was the most embarrassing question. I was mortified, and he was pissed to be asked too. I scowl at the memory. Whenever he's in the society pages, he never has a date. It was embarrassing. The whole thing was embarrassing. I'm glad I never have to lay eyes on him again. Oh, Hannah, I can't have been. It can't be. It can't have been that bad. I think he sounds quite taken with you. Taken with me? Now, Kate's been ridiculous. Would you like a sandwich? Please. We talk no more of Christian Grey that evening, much to my relief. Once we have eaten, I'm able to sit at the dining table with Kate, and while she works on her article, I work on my essay on Death of the Amberfields. Damn, that woman was in the wrong place, in the wrong time, in the wrong century. By the time I finish, it's midnight, and Kate has long since gone to bed. I make my way to my room, exhausted by police that have accomplished so much for a Monday. I curl up in my white iron bed, wrap my mother's quilt around me, close my eyes, and I'm instantly asleep. That night, I dream of dark places, bleak, cold white floors, and grey eyes. For the rest of the week, I throw myself into my studies and my job at Clayton's. Kate is busy too, compiling her last edition of the student newspaper before she has to relinquish it to the new editor while also cramming for her finals. By Wednesday, she's much better, and I no longer have to endure the sight of her pink flannel with too many rabbits' pajamas. I call my mom in Georgia to check on her, but also so she can wish me luck on my final exams. She proceeds to tell me about her latest adventure into candle making. My mother is all about new business venture. Fundamentally, she's bored and wants something to occupy her time, but she has the attention span of a goldfish. It will be something new next week. She worries me. I hope she hasn't mortgaged the house to finance this latest scheme. And I hope Bob, her relatively new but much older husband, is keeping an eye on her now that I'm no longer there. He does seem a lot more grounded than husband number 3. How are things with you, Anna? For a moment I hesitate and I have Mom's full attention. I'm fine. Anna, have you met someone? Whoa, how does she do that? The excitement in her voice is palpable. No, Mom, it's nothing. You'll be the first to know if I do. Anna, you really need to get out more, honey. You worry me. Mom, I'm fine. How's Bob? As ever, distracting is the best policy. Later that evening I call Ray, my stepdad, Mom's husband number 2, the man I consider my father and the man whose name I bear. It's a brief conversation. In fact, it's not much a conversation as I one-sided series of grunts in response to my gentle coaxing. Ray is not a talker, but he's still alive. He's still watching soccer on TV and going bowling or fly fishing or making furniture when he's not. Ray is a skilled carpenter, and the reason I know the difference between a oak and so all seems well with him. Friday night, Kate and I debating what to do with our evening. We want some time off from our studies, from our work, and from student newspapers. When the doorbell rings, standing on our doorstep is my good friend Jose, clutching a bottle of champagne. Well, I hope it's Jose. It sounds Jose. Well, Jose, great to see you. I give him a quick hug. Come in. Jose is the first person I met when I arrived at the WSU, looking as lost and lonely as I did. We recognized a kindred spirit in each other that day, and we have been friends ever since. Not only do we share a sense of humor, but also discovered that Ray and Jose Sr. were in the same army unit together. As a result, our fathers have become good friends too. Jose is studying engineering, and he's the first in his family to make it to the college. He's pretty damn bright, but his real passion is photography. Jose has a great eye for a good picture. I have news. He grins, his dark eyes twinkling. Don't tell me you have managed not to get kicked out for another week. I tease, and he scowls playfully at me. The Portland Place Gallery is going to exhibit my photos next month. That's amazing, congratulations. Delighted for him, I hug him again. Kate beams at him too. Way to go, Jose. I should put this in the paper. Nothing like last-minute editorial changes on a Friday evening. She feigns annoyance. Let's celebrate. I want you to come to the opening. Jose looks intently at me and I flush. Both of you, of course. He adds, glancing nervously at Kate. Jose and I are good friends, but I know deep down inside he would like to be more. He would like to be more. He's cute and funny, but he's just not for me. He's more like the brother I never had. Catherine often teases me that I'm missing the need a boyfriend gene, but the truth is I just haven't met anyone whom I'm attracted to, even though part of my lungs for the flabble trampling knees, heart in my mouth, butterfly in my belly moments. Sometimes I wonder if there is something wrong with me. Perhaps I spend too long in the company of my literary romantic heroes, and consequently my ideals and expectations are far too high. But in reality, nobody's ever made me feel like that. Until very recently, the unwelcome, still small voice of my subconscious whispers, "No." I banish that thought immediately. I'm not going there, not after the painful interview. Are you gay, Mr. Gray? I wince at the memory. I know I've dreamt about it most nights since then, but that's just to purge the awful experience from my system, surely. I watch Jose open the bottle of champagne. He is tall, and in his jeans and t-shirt, he has all shoulders and muscles, tan skin, dark hair, and burning dark eyes. Yes, Jose, pretty hot, but I think he's finally getting the message. We are just friends. Jose looks up and smiles. Saturday at the store is a nightmare. We are besieged by do-it-yourself wanting to spruce up their homes. Mr. and Mrs. Clayton and John and Patrick, the two other part-timers, and I are besieged by customers. But there is a fool around lunchtime and Miss Clayton asked me to check on some orders while I'm sitting behind the counter at the register discreetly eating my bagel. I'm engrossed in the task, checking catalog numbers against the items we need and the items we have ordered, eyes flicking from the other book to the computer screen and back as I make sure the entries match. Then for some reason I glance up and find myself locked in the bold grey gaze of Christian Grey, who is standing at the counter staring at me. Dun 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 dun. Heart failure. Miss Steele, what a pleasant surprise. His gaze is unwavering and intense. Holy crap! What the hell is he doing here? Looking all outdoorsy with his toast-slit hair and his cream chunky knit sweater jeans and walking boots. I think my mouth has popped open and I can't locate my brain or my voice. Mr. Gray, I whisper because that's all I can manage. There is the ghost of a smile on his lips and his eyes are aligned with humor, as if he is enjoying some private joke. I was in the area, he says by way of explanation. I need to stock up on a few things. It's a pleasure to see you again, Miss Steele. His voice is warm and husky like dark malted chocolate, fudge caramel, or something. I shake my head to gather my wits. My heart is pounding at a frantic tempo, and for some reason I'm blushing furiously under his steady scrutiny. I'm utterly thrown by the sight of his standing before me. My memories of him did not do him justice. He is not merely good looking, he is the epitome of male beauty. Breathtaking, and he's here in Clayton, Harvard store. Go figure. Finally, my cognitive functions are restored and reconnected with the rest of my body. Anna, my name is Anna, I mutter. What can I help you with, Mr. Gray? He smiles and again like he's privy to big secret. It is so disconcerting. Taking a deep breath, I put on my professional I've worked in this shop for years facade. I can do this. There are a few items I need to start with. I'd like some cable ties. He murmurs, his expression both cool and amused. Cable ties. We stock various lengths. Shall I show you? I mutter, my voice soft and wavering. Get a grip still. I slide frown Mars Grace. Rather lovely brow. Please lead the way, Miss Steele. He says. I try for nonchalance as I come out from behind the counter, but really I'm concentrating hard on not falling over my own feet. My legs are suddenly the consistency of jelly-o. I'm so glad I decided to wear my best jeans this morning. They are with electrical goods. I isolate. My voice is a little too bright. I glance up at him and regretted almost immediately. Damn, he is handsome. After you, he murmurs, gesturing with his long-fingered, beautiful manicured hand. With my heart almost strangling me because it's in my throat trying to escape from my mouth. I had down on the I cannot pronounce this word. To the electrical section. Why is he in Portland? Why is he here at Glidon's? And from a very tiny underused part of my brain, probably located at the base of my medulla oblongata, near where my subconscious dwells, comes the thought, he is here to see you. No way. I dismiss it immediately. Why would this beautiful, powerful urban man want to see me? The idea is preposterous, and I kick it out of my head. Are you important on business? I ask, and my voice is too high, like I've got my finger dropped in a door of something. Damn, try to be cool, Anna. I was visiting the WSU Farming Division. It's based in Vancouver. I'm currently funding some research there in crop rotation and soil science, he says matter-of-factly. See, not here to find you at all. My subconscious sneers at me, loud, proud and pouty. I flash at my foolish, wayward thoughts. All part of your feed the war plan, I tease. Something like that. He acknowledges, and his lips scrape up in a half smile. He gazes at the selection of cable ties we stock at Glidon's. What on earth is he going to do with those? I cannot picture him as a do-it-yourself at all. His fingers trail across the various packages displayed, and for some inexplicable reason I have to look away. He bends and selects a packet. This will do, he says with his oh-so-secret smile. Is there anything else? I would like some masking tape. Masking tape? Are you redecorating? The words are out before I can stop them. Surely here is laborers and a staff to help him decorate. No, not the decorating, he says quickly, then smirk, and I have the uncanny feeling that he's laughing at me. Am I that funny? Funny looking? This way I'm more embarrassed. Masking tape is in the decorating aisle. I glance behind me as he follows. Have you worked here long? His voice is low and he's gazing at me, concentrating hard. I blush brightly. Why the hell does he have this effect on me? I feel like I'm 14 years old. Gosh, as always, and out of place. Eyes front still. 4 years, I mutter as we reach our goal. To distract myself, I reach down and select the 2 width of masking tape that we stock. I'll take that one, Gray says softly, pointing to the wider tape which I pass to him. Our finger brush very briefly, and the current is there again, zapping through me like I've touched an exposed wire. I gasp involuntarily as I feel it all the way down to somewhere dark and unexplored, deep in my belly. Desperately, I scrabble around for my equilibrium. Anything else? My voice is husky and breathy. His eyes widen slightly. Some rope, I think. His voice mirrors mine, husky. This way. I tuck my head down at the hide my recurring blush and move towards the aisle. What sort were you after? We have synthetic and natural startled at his expression, his eyes darkening. Holy cow. I'll take 5 yards of the natural filament rope, please. Quickly, with trembling fingers, I measured out 5 yards against the fixed ruler, aware that his hot grey gaze is on me. I dare not look at him. Jeez, could I feel any more self-conscious? Taking my Stanley knife from the back pocket of my jeans, I cut it, then coiled it neatly before tying it in a slip knot. By some miracle, I managed not to remove a finger with my knife. "Were you a Girl Scout?" he asked, sculptured sensual lips curl in amusement. "Don't look at this mouth." Oh, we still have 4 pages. "Organized group activities aren't really my thing, Mr. Gray," he arches a brow. "What is your thing, Anastasia?" he asks, his voice soft and his secret smile is back. I gaze at him, unable to express myself. I'm unshifting the tectonic plates. Try to be cool, Anna. My tortured subconscious begs on bended knee. "Books," I whisper, but inside my conscious is screaming, You are my thing." I slap it down instantly, mortified that my psyche is having ideas weighed out of his league. "What kind of books?" He cocks his head to one side. Why is he so interested? "Oh no, the usual, the classic British literature mainly." He rubs his chin with his long index fingers and thumb as he contemplates my answer. Or perhaps he's just very bored and trying to hide it. "Anything else you need?" I have to get off this subject. Those fingers on that face are beguiling. "I don't know. What else would you recommend?" "What would I recommend? I don't even know what you are doing." For a do-it-yourselfer. He nods, his eyes alive with wicked humor. I flash and my gaze strays to his snug jeans. "Coveralls," I reply, and I know I'm no longer screening what's coming out of my mouth. He raises an eyebrow, amused yet again. "You wouldn't want to ruin your clothing." I gesture vaguely in the direction of his jeans. "I could always take them off." He smirks. I feel the color in my cheek rising again. I must be the color of the Communist Manifesto. Stop talking now." "I'll take some coveralls. Heaven forbid I should ruin any clothing," he says dryly. I try to dismiss the unwelcome image of him without jeans. "Do you need anything else?" I squeak as I hand him the blue coveralls. He ignores my inquiry. "How's the article coming along?" He's finally asked me an easy question away from all the innuendo and confusing double talk. A question I can answer. I grasp it tightly with 2 hands as if it were a life raft, and I go for honesty. "I'm not writing it. Catherine is Miss Kavanagh. My roommate, she's the writer. She's very happy with it. She's the editor of the newspaper, and she was devastated that she couldn't do the interview in person." I feel like I've come up for her at last, a normal topic of conversation. Her only concern is that he doesn't have any original photographs of you. What sort of photograph does she want? Okay, I hadn't factored in this response. I shake my head because I just don't know. Well, props? You will be willing to do a photo shoot? My voice is squeaky again. Kate will be in 7 heaven if I can pull this off, and you might see him again tomorrow. The dark place at the base of my brain whispers seductively at me. I dismiss the thoughts of all the silly ridiculous. Kate will be delighted if we can find a photographer. I'm so pleased. I smile at him proudly, his lips part, like he's taking a sharp intake of breath, and he blinks. For a fraction of a second he looks lost somehow, and the earth shifts slightly on its axis, the tectonic plates sliding into a new position. Oh my! Christian Grey looks lost. Let me know about tomorrow. Reaching into his back pockets, he pulls out his wallet. My card. It has my cell number on it. You'll need to call before 10 in the morning. Okay, I grin at him. Kate is going to be thrilled. Anna. Paul has materialized at the other end of the aisle. He is Mr. Clayton's youngest brother. I'd heard he was home from Princeton, but I wasn't expecting to see him today. Oh, excuse me for a moment, Mr. Gray. Gray frowns as I turn away from him. Paul has always been a buddy, and in this strange moment that I'm having with the rich, powerful, awesomely off-the-chart, attractive, control freak Gray, it's great to talk to someone who is normal. Paul hugs me hard, taking me by surprise. Anna, hi, it's so good to see you. He gushes. Hello, Paul, how are you? You're home for your brother's birthday. You home for your brother's birthday? Yep, you are looking well, Anna, really well. He grins as he examines me at arm's length. Then he releases me, but keeps a possessive arm drop over my shoulder. I shuffle from foot to foot, embarrassed. It's good to see Paul, but he's always been over-familiar. When I glance up at Christian Grace is watching us like oak, his eyes hooded and speculative, his mouth a hard, impassive line. He's changed from the worldly attentive customer to someone else, someone cold and distant. Paula, I'm with a customer, someone you should meet, I say, trying to diffuse the antagonism I see in Grace's expression. I drag Paul over to him, and they size each other up. The atmosphere is suddenly arctic. Oh, Paul, this is Christian Grey. Mr. Grey, this is Paul Clayton. His brother owns the place. And for some irrational reason, I feel I have to explain a bit more. I've known Paul ever since I work here, though we don't see each other that often. He's back from Princeton, where he's studying business administration. I'm blabbling. Stop now. Mr. Clayton. Grace holds out his look unreadable. Mr. Gray, Paul returned his handshake. Wait up, not the Christian Grey of Grey Enterprises Holdings. Paul goes from surly to awe-struck in less than a nanosecond. Gray gives him a polite smile that doesn't reach his eyes. Whoa, is there anything I can get you? Anastasia has it covered, Mr. Clayton. She has been very attentive. His expression is impassive, but his words, it's like he's saying something else entirely, and baffling. Cool, Paul respond. Catch you later, Anna. Sure, Paul. I watch him disappear toward the stockroom. Anything else, Mr. Gray? Just his items. His tone is clipping and cold. Damn. Have I offended him? Taking a deep breath, I turn and head for the register. What is his problem? I ring up the rope, coveralls, masking tape, and cable ties. That will be $43, please. I glance up at Gray and I wish I hadn't. He's watching me closely, intently. It's unnerving. Would you like a bag? I ask as I take his credit card. Please, Anastasia. His tongue caresses my name and my heart once again is frantic. I can hardly breathe. Hurriedly, I place his purchases in a plastic bag. You'll call me if you want me to do the photo shoot. He is all business once more. I nod, rendered speechless yet again, and hand back his credit card. Good, until tomorrow perhaps. He turns to leave, then pause. Oh, Anastasia, I'm glad Miss Kavanagh couldn't do the interview. Where was I? Here. He smiles, then strides with renewed purpose out of the store, sliding the plastic bag over his shoulder, leaving me a quivering mass of raging female hormones. I spend several minutes staring at the door closed, at the closed door through which he just left before I return to planet Earth. Okay, I like him. There, I've admitted it to myself. I cannot hide from my feeling anymore. I never felt like this before. I find him attractive, very attractive. But it's a lost cause, I know, and I sick with bittersweet regret. It was just a coincidence he's coming here. But still I can admire him from afar, surely. No harm can come of that. And if I find a photographer, I can do some serious admiring tomorrow. I bite my lip in anticipation and find myself grinning like a schoolgirl. I need to phone Kate and organize a photo shoot. And let me just check. Yes, we finished the second chapter. Did you like the second chapter? Are you liking this story? And do you like my reading? I really hope that you enjoyed this story, the second chapter of 50 Shades of Grey. And I hope you relax a lot with me, as I relaxed a lot with you. So I wish you a very, very, very good night. I'm sending you so many kisses. And I'll see you very, very soon in a new video. And if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please do so you'll get all the updates from the upcoming videos. And if you like the video, leave a comment. I really like to read your comments. And maybe if you want, you can also like the video. You will help my channel to grow. Okay, so a lot of kisses, and see you soon.